is a soca artiste. He hails from the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And he goes by the name Preedy. We say good afternoon, Preedy.
Yo.
What's good, family? How you doing?
Easy vibes, all is well, man. All is
Wonderful.
well, man.
Wonderful. So, lockdown for 2 years, no carnival, no soca. How you handled it, man?
Boy, it had good days and it had bad days. And then it had really good days and it had really bad days. But coming out of it, for me, lockdown was definitely a time of growth, both mentally, spiritually. And I was able to still record, write music, produce music. And now that, we started to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I feel like everything that the 2 years that I missed out on, I gained it back 100 times plus. So, thankful for the success I'm seeing right now, man.
Congratulations, man. Loving the success. And talking about success, in March, you were one of 6 Trinidadian soca artists that were featured on a segment called Soca Freestyle on BET. The first of its kind showcase. It was produced and filmed in Trinidad and Tobago, and it premiered on BET just in March. How was that for you?
For me, I freestyle a lot. I don't do it much on stage. I don't show off that I could do it, but it's something that I really love to do. And to be given the opportunity to be on such a massive project is definitely great. Shout out to Static and Melly Rose, who were the curator of the project. And it was, I want to say it easy because they might say a cookie, but it was fun. It was fun.
Wonderful. And so representing for soca music, how is the genre growing in your opinion? How is it taking on the global stage?
Exponentially. Since COVID has locked down, I've been traveling. I just came back from London. I was in Dubai in December. I think soca is growing and has continued to grow into a powerhouse of a genre. I definitely think it doesn't get the respect that it deserves. I'm happy to see countries like Jamaica, who are predominantly reggae and dancehall, accepting it so much. And I've been in Jamaica twice for Jamaica Carnival. Jamaica Carnival is epic. It's on its way to definitely being one of the top 5 carnivals in the world. And I'm thankful to be an established soca artist, honestly, don't see myself being any other artist besides this. It's the most fun genre of music, the most energetic, and there's a lot of room for growth. So to me, it's only positives, man.
Yeah, man. And when you talk about soca, there are so many sub genres. You have groove, you have jab. You have there are about 5 different sub genres, don't it? Which one is the most fun for you?
It's a genre, it's a bouillon. There's a lot. For me, if you are a weed smoker, you could line up soca music to food, where it gives you something different for anybody. So groovy is for the laid back ones, power music is for the crazies, jabs is for the crazies, denry is for the whiners, strictly bubbling tune, bouillon is for the lovers, for the dancers, kizumba. So there's something for anybody in soca. So I personally do have a favorite genre. Sometimes as a man feeling like a lover boy, so I just want to sing for the ladies and them. And then sometimes as a man is feeling crazy, so we just had to give some power and some jab. So I like to try and do, everything.
We hear it loud and clear in the music, Preedy. And so there are 2 particular tracks that we're looking at today. Which one do we want to talk about first?
We could talk about location. Both of them was produced by Private Brand, but location is important because that song was recorded during COVID. That was probably when I had one of my worst writing blocks in history. I didn't know what to write about, and it was just a song that was written out of sheer frustration that turned out to be something bigger than I thought it would have been. And it's only when I start back to fly and travel and head up to New York, I start to see the love and the appreciation for it.
All right, so let's give the Bridge Nation a listen, and we definitely appreciate it right here on the 99, and that's why we're sharing it with our listeners. Location, Private DJ Private Ryan Preedy, this one.
Senti. Island. Oh gosh, I must get piece of that wine. Darling, I hope you don't mind. Oh gosh, must sample that wine. Darling, tell me where's your location, where you come from. You shut the whole place down. Where you touch, send that location. There we link up, rock it down. Send that location. There we link up. Oh, girl, I see my future between those thighs when you whine, you spark me up. Hey, ignite the flames that I have inside. You have me blazing up. 'Cause when you bend it down and you roll it, once you don't slow down, I will spend all my cash on you, girl. And you know that I am a target inside. So tell me where's your location, where you come from. You shut the whole place down. When you touch down, tell me where you get that wine from. I just broke it down. Send that location. We could link up. Oh gosh, I must get piece of that wine.
Location, the title of this one. This is Preedy, produced by DJ Private Ryan. And you just heard from the man, he said, yo, this one was done with a serious writer's block, but coming out to be something that the massive are loving and sending their location to. Is that so, Preedy?
Yeah, man. Across the world, man. It's just love.
Right.
Just love, man.
Soca music is a lot of energy, it's a lot of vibe, but it's also visual. And so when we're talking about music, and that is something coming out of the pandemic, everybody is on social media. Everybody wants to see. So talk to me about representing this song visually. Is there a video for it?
Yes, there's a video for Location that released a month ago. It was shot in New York, in Brooklyn. I had a lot of fun shooting it. It's my first video in like 2-3 years. You know, before I was a bald head, so you know, now I have some hair on my head. Yeah. So, you know, it was definitely just a creative collab coming through with ASAP Entertainment. Shout out to ASAP Entertainment. And yeah, it was vibes. Must have the sweet darky in it, man, representing for the Caribbean girls, man.
Wonderful. Now, Preedy, there's a question that I kind of skipped, you know, because I might know the answer, but the Bridge Nation, they might not be so familiar. But when was your start in recording professionally?
My start was possibly like 2017. 2017, I started off as a writer. I wrote for Marshall, Destra, Patricia Roberts, Farman Happy, Alison Hines, Blacks, KI, almost half the industry. And then I had the privilege of I wrote a song called Wine and Champion for Marshall, and he couldn't sing it. And the producer was like, yo, if you want to just jump on it. No, he didn't know that I didn't want to be a writer. I wanted to be an artist. So he basically gave me the opportunity. That was Precision Production. And it's been history from then.
Mad. So that's been a few years now, but something that I realized, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but putting together an album, the genre has evolved into having jugglings, because originally you would have a lot of singles, but then soca music took on a style similar to dancehall, where you had multiple artists on the same rhythm.
Yeah.
But I'm still not seeing where soca artists are putting forward a lot of albums, a lot of collections. How about you, and what's your view on that?
No, a lot. I've done an EP. Funny enough, I did an EP. It's called Maloney's Story. It is not soca, actually. It was dancehall, reggae, and it was me more experimenting in that aspect. But there is a lot of artists that has dropped albums, especially this year. Nadia Basson dropped an album that did well. It was number 1 on iTunes at a point. Ricardo Drew currently has an album out that's doing well right now called Happy Music. Strictly Soca. There's also Marshall is known for putting out his album. Ding Dong was going to put his album. And for me, my view on me putting out an album is it's definitely needed. Definitely needed, especially when you establish yourself on a particular level as an artist. To the younger and the newer artists, I personally don't think it is, in soca, I don't think it is directly needed, only because to put on a successful album is not just having 12 songs that is written by you, produced by you. It has to be engineered in a particular way that sonically all the songs reflect and bounce off each other nicely. And besides just thinking about the production, a lot of people forget about the marketing and investing in the marketing side of an album, which I think more money should be put towards that than the actual album itself, because the album is talent-based. So in marketing, for us to basically stand up on the international levels and against the international artists, I think we have to invest a lot more into marketing our albums and EPs as a bigger project than a local project. So for me personally, I'm not looking at doing any albums come next year or 2 years. I'm basically in the mode where I am I'm ready to establish myself as one of the pillars in soca coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. And when I establish myself on that, take some time off and put together a mad soca album. I already have the idea. It's actually going to be a 2-sided album, which is expressing my soca side and expressing my international side, my dancehall side, you know? So a lot of good things coming out.
That is awesome, Preedy. All right, so we took a listen to Location. That was during the lockdown, a severe writer's block, but then the place free up and we free again, no?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Right. And the title is self-explanatory. I was in Trinidad. You know, Trinidad had probably one of the dreadest lockdowns for the whole of COVID. And I try to write music that is synonymous to the mood that I'm in. So I wrote Free Again when I in New York. And when I came up to New York, place was open. People didn't have no mask, walking around the place. Funny enough, I got my shot. I went up New York to get my COVID shot and to go a show in Toronto. So I took a 1 shot and still ended up getting COVID. So I get stuck in New York for like about 3-4 weeks. But through that experience, you know, I was still a little up and about at times, and just seeing coming from Trinidad being so stringently locked down and then going to New York that was open, people partying, artists performing, champagne popping. I in the club with my mask and pulling on my mask to take a sip and then put back up my mask. And people in the club watching me like I was a maniac. So I was like, you know what, you see this, buddy? But I just, you know, live.
Free again.
It is what it is.
All right,
you
so
know?
we're going to take a listen. We're going to give the Bridge Nation a listen to Free Again right now.
Yeah, man.
Cause if you come to party, let me party. You come out to party, start to party. You want to party, then let me party. We drinking. Cause if you come to party, let me party. You come out to party, start to party. You want to party, then let me party. We drinking. Thank God I'm free again. I just want to misbehave. Thank God I'm free again. No, we drinking. Cause we are limited to line. Don't know when the place might shut
Celebrating life, celebrating music is Preedy. This one titled Free Again. Coming out of the lockdown and being able to take on the stage and them. He's on the line with us on the touchdown. Wait, he gone? Where Preedy at?
Nah, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I was looking at the screen, I was wondering. Yeah, so celebrating life and the freedom to party. This is a wonderful one. How's the reception for this one so far, in your estimation?
Amazing. I feel like people want to express how they feel coming out of it. Nobody wants to think about the negativity of COVID anymore. People just want to, enjoy themselves. They just want to live. They just want to make up for lost time in terms of, socializing and celebrating, events and life with the people. So it has been amazing, This has been one of the, coming out of COVID and even before COVID, this has been one of the best touring years I've had. So I have new management, new bookings also. So, shout out to Rhythm Stream, doing an amazing job, man.
Congratulations, man. All right, so Preedy, before we go, there's just one thing on my mind. I hear the successes, I hear the talent, and I learned today how many artists and how many songs you'd have written. But something when I think about soca, when I think about Carnival, Band of the Year, Road March, Preedy go work on taking Band of the Year one of these years?
What you mean? I actually might be dropping a power from Jamaica Carnival, man. Shout out to Sparky, baby. Yeah, there are some stuff in the works, man. So definitely, power coming.
All right, man. Preedy, thank you so much for taking the time to have a conversation with us. Before we wrap, how you want to share those social media contacts?
Yo, check me out on all social media platforms. Island Boy, that's ILANDBOY_Preedy, no S. S is for snakes. We don't ramp with snakes in 2022. You check it. So make sure check me out, IslandBoy_Preedy, all social media platforms, man. Much love, shout out, appreciate the interview. Jamaica, see you soon, my G's. See you soon, don't worry.
Free again, Preedy on the touchdown.